Now, I know what y'all are thinking. You're probably thinking, man, why is this nigga drinking out of a cup? He don't never drink out of a cup. Well, I used to drink beer out of a cup, stopped for a while. You know what? Now I'm back to it because I can drink it just as quick out of a cup than I can that damn beer can. You know what I'm saying? So, cheers, everybody. Let's get drunk. Woo! Got a little bite to it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Addiction TV. I hope everybody is having a good day. The time has come, man. The time has finally come. This is my review for Scream 6. It was one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Excuse me. Gonna be a lot of burping. And, I wanted to make this video when the movie first came out, because you already know I went and seen it as soon as it came out. But, I had some shit going on, and that's why I haven't made a video in 6 months, which, in my last video I talked about what happened. So if you want to know why I was gone for so long, you can check that video out. It'll be linked down below, or I'll put it up here in the corner, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, the time has come. Scream 6 movie review, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I know the big question is, how do I feel about Scream 6? Did I like it? Did I dislike it? Did I love it? Did I think it was great? Did I think it was trash? Well, we're going to discuss that. And before we get into the video, if you haven't already, go down, grab the like button, grab the subscribe button. That would be dope. You know what I'm saying? So, Scream 6, starring Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega. Okay, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. So the big question is, did I like this movie? Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a solid Scream movie. Is it perfect? Hell no. Not by any means is this movie perfect. But I think it's a solid Scream movie. And Wes Craven, rest in peace, not being involved in the past 2 films, I think it was solid, and Ghostface was pretty dope. And oh yeah. The movie's been out for quite some time. So yes, there are spoilers in this video, so if you haven't seen Scream 6, you best click up off this bitch right now. Now, first of all, I want to say I love the opening to this film, bro. It was different, man. They switched it up. I really liked how it opens up and all. You already know, you hear a phone ringing. But, excuse me, it's not Ghostface calling, it's somebody calling a restaurant or a bar or whatever. And we open up with Samara Weaving. And I'm going to say, I love Samara Weaving. I wish she could have been in the film more. I really do, man. Like, she was way underused in this film. So, she's the opening kill. And, she meets this guy who she thinks she's going on a date with. And it turns out to be a killer. He lures her down an alley, kills her. And, it's Ghostface. Well, we think it's Ghostface. And, as soon as he kills her, he takes off the mask. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell's going on right now? I was like, this is different. So what, we're going to follow the killer? We're going to follow the killer's point of view in this film? And it was Jason. I don't remember the actor's name, but his name's Jason in the film. He was in the Spider-Man trilogy. Marvel Studios Spider-Man trilogy, but playing Flash Thompson. But yeah, man, the opening, I love how he kills her, and it's his film professor, and he takes the mask off and he goes back to his apartment looking for his roommate or his boyfriend, one of the two. I can't remember if it was his boyfriend or his roommate named Greg. And their plan is to finish Richie's movie. I thought the opening was dope, man, because long story short, Ghostface, the real Ghostface calls. I'm just like, woo! Like the opening, I love the opening where he's taunting Jason and he's watching Jason Takes Manhattan, little Easter egg right there. And he thinks it's Greg. I'm just like, dude, what the hell are we doing right now? You know what I mean? So, I love the opening when the real Ghostface comes in and they play Warmer, Colder. And I I just love it because, you know, they're trying to finish Richie's film. They want to kill Sam and Tara. And I just love that scene after he gets stabbed the hell up and he says, but we have to finish the movie. And Ghostface says, who gives a fuck about movies? I love that. And, you know, he kills him and then the title card drops. You know what I'm saying? That was the... But anyways, yeah, man. I'm not going to make this video very long. But I think it was a solid Scream film. Now, most people want to know, how do I feel about Ghostface using a shotgun? Hey, man, I thought that scene at the bodega where Ghostface was using the shotgun, I thought it was dope. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I really did. I don't see nothing wrong with Ghostface using a shotgun. He's just a regular person. He's not. It's not like if Michael Myers was walking around blasting people away like ch-ch-go-ra-ta-ta-ta. And you know, we got the core four. And I'm glad they're back, man. You know, Sam, Tara, Chad, and Mindy. And then we got some new characters, Ethan, Quinn, Annika. And, you know, I like the new cast, and I am really glad they brought the cast back from Scream 5, you know. I think they're all good actors. And I really enjoyed Melissa Barrera's performance in this film way more than I enjoyed it in Scream 5. And, you know, Jenna Ortega, she's just on fire right now. She's killing everything she's in, you know. And I'm like, hell yeah. Kill it, girl. But, you know, Sam's dealing with everything that happened in Woodsboro. And they live in New York now. And Tara's, you know, not really wanting to face it. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to deal with it. And I don't blame her. You got to move on from things that happen in life. And as you know, we do have some legacy characters. We got returning characters. Kirby from Scream 4 is back, and you already know Gale Weathers is back. And before we talk about that, I do want to say this movie is not as brutal. I mean, it's brutal, but it's not as brutal as I expected. You know what I mean? Everybody was saying this is the most violent, the most brutal Scream movie we've gotten, and I'm sorry, I can't agree with that. Don't get me wrong, yes, there was a lot of blood, but it was mainly, you know, just stomach stabbings. You know what I mean? It wasn't really nothing special in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, the kills were good. Like, my favorite kills in this movie is definitely at the bodega, the shotgun scene, and Annika's death on the ladder. Those are probably my two favorite kills, but you know, there's a lot of just stabby. Oh, and Sam's therapist stabbed to the like side of the nose. That was kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it really ain't like extremely brutal, and I don't think it's as brutal as the original Scream. You know how the original Scream was. People were getting gutted, hung from trees. You know, I just don't think Scream 6 was as brutal as they were making it out to be. Now, I want to say this. I do think this movie is a lot more suspenseful than Scream 5 was. I thought the suspense in this movie was pretty good. Like, the suspense building up when they're climbing from Sam's apartment to Danny's. By the way, Danny is Sam's new boyfriend. We haven't said much about him, but we don't need to. But where they're crawling across that ladder, and this is the scene where Annika gets killed. You know, there was some good suspense. My favorite scene, though, when it comes to suspense, and you know, I love the Scream movies. They scared me as a kid. Obviously, I'm an adult. They ain't gonna scare me now. But I will say, there's one scene in this film where Ghostface actually creeped me out a little bit again. And it's the scene on the subway where, spoiler alert by the way, Quinn is sitting there as a Ghostface on the subway. And, you know, they're going through the tunnels and it gets dark for a second, then it's not dark. And the part that creeped me out is, you know, she's sitting there like this, but then when the light comes back, she's looking at Mindy. I thought that scene was actually kind of creepy. Like, it freaked me out a little bit when I saw it. You know, Quinn is Sam and Tara's roommate, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all have probably seen the movie if you're watching this, so I'm not trying to tell you everything, because you know. But, you know, I am glad we got Gale back. She wasn't in the film much. Kirby was in the film a lot more than Gale was. I don't know, maybe they had equal screen time, but, you know, I thought this movie, it didn't do a great job of keeping you guessing on who the killer is like some of the past films have. You know what I mean? And we got Ethan in there, who's Chad's roommate or whatever, and then we got the detective who's working Sam's case because Sam's a suspect. People think she's psycho, where she killed, Richie in Scream 5 and Amber at the end. Everybody thinks Sam's a killer, and whatever. But I will say I am glad Sam does have Danny. Like, I'm glad she's got a boyfriend. I actually like Danny's character. Now, one problem I do have with this movie is people surviving these brutal stabbings. Like, there's people getting stabbed in here so many times, getting messed up, and they're just fine. I don't get that. But, radio silence, keep doing your thing, but we gotta start killing some of these motherfuckers off, man. Like, I thought Mindy was a goner. I thought Chad was a goner. Chad should be freaking dead. Tara gets stabbed again. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my goodness, what are we doing? Excuse me. I do love that scene, though, where Quinn and Ethan are stabbing the hell out of Chad, and then when they're done, they both sing. So they wipe the blade. I love that scene. And yep, there it is right there. And that's what we're going to talk about next, is the killer reveal. I was not very happy with the killer reveal. Because, it turns out to be the detective, which is Richie's dad, and Ethan and Quinn are his brother and sister. Richie's brother and sister. I wasn't a huge fan of that. It's kind of like, okay, you killed our son. You killed my son, la da da da. It's just a repeat of Scream 2, basically. But overall, other than the killer reveal, I really did enjoy the movie. I'd like to think it was the detective as Ghostface more in the movie than it was Ethan and Quinn, especially at the bodega. And I'm going to go ahead and say that was probably the detective, the way the killer was using the shotgun. But, and they have the big old finale where everybody's fighting and everyone's getting stabbed up. And then Sam puts on her father's mask. And that's one thing we need to talk about, too. The shrine was dope, where they had all this evidence from the past films. They have all the old killers' masks. I love that. And I like that Sam, puts on her father's mask, Billy's, puts the robe on, and, she messes that detective up. Sam would be a good Ghostface killer. And, the ending is like any other Scream movie. We know there's going to be another one. La da da da. She's got her father's mask and then she drops it on the ground. But overall, I really enjoyed Scream 6. Like, it wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. It was just a solid Scream movie. You know what I mean? So that's really what I think of it, man. I was going to tell y'all which Scream movies I did like it better than. Excuse me, but you know what? We'll save that for the new ranking video. But, yeah, man. I'd watch it again. I've watched it more than a couple of times, actually. Because I will say Ghostface was dope as hell in this movie. But, other than that, a solid Scream movie. But, I'd like to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments. What'd you think of Scream 6? Where do you rank it? Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? How did you like the killer reveal? What'd you think of Ghostface? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, guys. Coming at you from... You know what? Hold on. That's still almost full. Before I go, chug with me. You know what I'm saying? Cheers, everybody. Let's go. Yes. Woo! Ha! Until next time, guys, coming at you from Addiction Team.